Hello. Should we start again? Right, let's start again as the game loads up. How are we all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. What a start. What a great start. First time back in a couple of weeks, and here we are. How are we all doing? The internet just completely died on me. Oh, has it done it again? No, please don't. Re-roll the intro. I'm just going to roll out a shot and turn this back off at this rate, Legacy. Right. We're all good. How's everyone? How are we doing? Hopefully, I don't cough too much. You show me a red dot OBS. Oh my goodness. Everything was working fine. Honestly. My back. Oh my goodness, I tested all my internet and everything was running fine. Everything was just peachy. Now look at it. I'm gonna have to start again for like the 15th billionth umpteenth dozen times. Hello everyone, hello. Better now, how long it stays better for, who knows though, pleasant? Who knows? So I'm gonna apologise now if I cough lots. I'm gonna do my darndest not to, but I ummed and ahed last night as to whether I'd stream this morning because my throat and cough is lingering, which is annoying, but we'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes. Everything's green, everything's looking good. So we're back at Stone Valley and we're going to actually start doing some work. I made a change since our last little video. I did put that shed down here, one of Lancey Boys' sheds, and put the container in it, the container, but then I actually remembered some guy called Legacy made this fantastic workshop with the pit and the wash bay and everything like that, so we traded up. Put this in. Which is much nicer. There we go. Otherwise we've got everything put away in the sheds that we've got so far. I did buy a few more bits and pieces. We got a truck here. In fact, Fultz Modding, I think that's your handiwork, isn't it? Yeah, little 100th Earth seed runner, the one you can put on the back and strap down. So we've got that there on the back of Perma Modding's Load King rail support trailer. I thought that'd be a pretty cool setup for us. So how is everyone? Who is here? Pleasant View Farms, I saw your name. Bears Den, hello, welcome. I'm out of practice, Legion. I'm out of practice, I'm out of internet. It's running out again. I'm going to cry. I'm going to throw my toys. There'll be a controller going through the screen or something like that, and you're not going to get to see it. But Saran, if you were watching the rugby with me last night, that's how I felt. So it's probably a fair reflection if I did something like that. If I threw my toys, it'd be how I felt watching the rugby last night. But fair play to your boys. Fair play. They outplayed us something. It almost felt like the tables were turned, to be fair. It felt like a game. Actually, we'll go pull the anhydrous tank out first. Do you know what? I've just had a thought. Or do I have the correct anhydrous mod. Before I go and try and put anhydrous on. Collins custom anhydrous. Do I have their precision farming? Anhydrous ready, that's okay. Phew. Phew. Yeah, no, Irish deserved to win. And the All Blacks certainly did not. And in fact, I would have almost been embarrassed if they managed to come back in the second half like they were threatening to. I think people said it was a double-edged sword. If we won, it might have been enough for Ian Foster to keep his job. But we would have won the series, but kept the coach. And vice versa, if we'd lost the series, it would have been a blessing because we might lose our coach. Who knows? Hey, Tara's here. Who else do we have here? Legacy, I did see you here. Welcome along. Aaron Sabo, hello, howdy, nice to see you. Scott is here. Hello. Joe Sampson, where do I get my mods? Most of them are from Mod Hub. Some are from Facebook pages and itch.io pages through the mods and links to Discord. So, but lots of them are Mod Hub mods. How am I feeling in House of Family? Like I said, just a scratchy throat and annoying cough. Mainly Legacy. Just won't go away. Otherwise I'm feeling fine. Well, I did do a bit of yard work yesterday and I was a bit short of breath, but that's probably just because I'm a bit more than having had COVID. The Schultz modding, hello mate, welcome along. Yes, you did make that. Should be new version out. Yeah, I know, Legion. That's why I've kind of been, I was a bit apprehensive as to whether to do this morning. I was wondering, I do have Farm Some Game Guys, FSG. They have a new map they're working on, which they were happy for people to stream on, and I did wonder about previewing that this morning, but I thought no, we'll just stick to something. I haven't had a chance to have a proper look at it, and I wanted to do it justice, so I thought no, we'll just we'll stick to doing this first. Alright, so that's that set up. So we're going to go get some lime spread on our fields as well, and we've got one field that needs ploughing or cultivating, not ploughing, but needs to be cultivated before we plant. I think we could probably plant direct into it, but I thought we've got this anhydrous kit, we might as well use it. $1 million downloads, Schultz, congrats mate, that's awesome. And how are you, Scooter? Welcome along. Tara, I think I said hello to you. Who else? All Blacks done well. If you're an Irish fan, Legion, they did do well. Actually, they did well if we, yeah, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the coach. I don't get too down on, you know, down and negative on him, but it's not working, and I think he was a bit of a interesting selection when the coach picked. Right, where are we heading? Field 1. It's harvested, isn't it? Yep. We could go up and start on that, but I wonder if we want to get some lime going on. Doesn't matter. Well, we'll go. We've got this hooked up. Good. Let's go have a slow start and put this to work. I can make it out here past the house without hitting anything. Go. You enjoyed the game, even the comeback from New Zealand just been informative. Yeah, Ireland's just been better in the last 2 or 3 years. Oops. I can explain. I only just bought this and I'd forgotten I'd bought it, and my store delivery, I had a store delivery. So, anyone help me? I'm jumping around. I have been playing around with Sid Modding's side tanks for ages, trying to get an exact rate fill node working on them, because you can't fill those from anything except for an IBC, and I've been trying everything possible to try and be able to fill them up out of these tanks, because that would be cool. That's how they should be done. Let's just set that up. Set that truck. Anyhow, because of that, I had a stored delivery spot over there because I was playing around with a whole lot of things. Here we go, that's better. So if anyone knows how to do that, I would love, because I've tried it every way possible. I downloaded another sort of fertilizer front tank, one of the ones off Mod Hub. Pulled that apart, had a look to see what that had, how that was set up to work, and yeah, couldn't figure it out myself. Anyhow, yeah, it's having a sore throat and sneezing as well. Tara, hope yours isn't COVID as well. That's, I know, definitely was what's caused mine. I think you were asking how the family was, Legion. They are all good. Oh, we've gone again. Am I back now? Hello. Oh, we were back. Yeah, what you're asking, Lucas. I'm sorry. Sorry. Legion FSG's map. Yeah, so I've had a look around it briefly, but nothing more than that, so I'll have a look another time. First time in. Hello. Try again. Are we back? Can you hear me? Can you see me? The tears streaming down my face. Frustrating. Fuzzy hugs. You see me. You can hear and see me. Hello, Mr. Sims. How are you? Aaron, hello as well. You guys are amazing. Thanks for hanging around. Honestly. I've changed my internet. We're trying Starlink again. See if this works, because my other one was... I really was about to throw my toys. Don't touch anything. Let's see if this works. It's been a while since I've actually streamed on Starlink, so perhaps it's come good. Perhaps we've got some better satellite coverage after the last few launches. Don't know. How are you, Mark? Nice to see you as well. Autosave going. Martin Nagel, hello. Welcome along, buddy. Thank you everyone for hanging around, persevering with my, let's just say, sugar honey iced tea internet. And for sticking with me while I've been out of action. I do appreciate it. Still waiting on you, Lego man. It is coming. It is on its way. In the whims of the postal service, Mr. Sims. We're stuck on a boat in the middle of the Pacific Ocean or something. Either that, with the thousands and thousands of lost bags in Europe. Who knows? Classy Lucas, sorry you're late, Wi-Fi issue. I'm here now, what have I missed? All you have missed is all of my internet issues, and they have been plentiful all over the place. Frustrating. Anyhow, Starlink. Elon Musk, it's doing well so far. Let's see. Hey Blackbook, how you doing? Just off works, just joining. Welcome along, buddy. You missed all the fun of my 20 minutes of throwing my toys at my internet. MRG, how you doing, mate? Long time no see. And congrats on the announcement. I'm very excited. Very excited. You know, the map, when I saw that, I thought, it's almost got MRG's touch to it. But I think, if I'm correct, you've only just joined them, so... I think it's going to be right up your alley working with those guys. Or a little fluctuation there on the internet, but it's stabilized quicker than it did with the other one. How long is the live going to be today, Classy Lucas? Not very long if this internet carries on. Not very long at all. We'll see. It's going in your John Deere Lego tractor. I don't have one sitting in my John Deere Lego. It's up there. I don't have a minifigure in it at the moment though. Did I watch the rugby, Martin? The All Blacks? I did indeed. I lost a few hairs through that, and there was some choice words thrown at the TV, and a lot of ongoing frustration. Hey Chunk, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I did see Saran saying you're enjoying the 5-minute farm. I'm pleased to hear that. It's been a bit of fun doing something quite different. Yeah. So what are we? We're at the 17th today, so episode 17 will be out. So we've only got, well, I say only 14 more, but that's another 2 weeks worth. We're only just over halfway. So it's yeah, I think at this rate we're going to manage to just get, I haven't finished recording more yet, we're going to manage to just get all our fields harvested, and that might be the about where we wrap things up. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun putting that together. Different size equipment, different size fields. It's good. Shout out for Dusty Lands here as well. Now, I did put the exhaust mod in. I wonder if I actually... No, I restarted my game a couple of times and I probably didn't remember to activate it again, because I'm not noticing any additional exhaust effects on there. Hopefully your map draws me over to a different game. I'll be giving it a go for sure, emoji. Be giving it a crack for sure. In fact, I have already started trying to figure out how I can play a game on, probably on my tablet, and connect the tablet to the computer to be able to record from it. It's interesting because I'd known for quite a while that Kazurk was working with Grant on something. He'd told us he had something he was working on with him, and that, but hadn't divulged any info on what it was. For some reason I had, from what he had said, I had a feeling it was something more like along the unit convert type side of things. So I didn't realise it was going to be a whole game. Have I got Farm Manager loaded in? I was going to Legion, but that was my game wouldn't start. Well, not that, I'm not going to blame that at all. But when I tried to load my game up, it hung at 85%, and I had turned that mod on along with 2 or 3 others, so... yeah, I didn't have time to test which one it was that was causing it to hang, so I've left it out for now. But that looks impressive too. It's going to be a great mod. TV coaches are a worldwide thing. They certainly are, Mr. Sims. Certainly are. Can you get Courseplay to unload harvesters automatically? You can. You can do that. Well, I don't know whether I'm feeling good about Starlink or not. It's jumping up and down, but at least it's staying a slightly more stable connection. It might be for you guys just going between video quality. I'm not sure what's happening. I just noticed that my little indicators going up and down, flashing. So we'll see. But yeah, I use auto drive when I'm trying to unload combines most of the time. I know in 19 you could get the combines to automatically drive to the edge of the field and unload. And I think, I'm sure FSG was doing that the other day, trying that out, so I'm sure you can. South Africa won, did they, Martin? I haven't actually put up on the other results. I saw England had beaten Aussie. I haven't even read the news this morning. Wonder how Giants feel about their game. I'm sure Giants will be up for the competition. Scott, all for having that. I mean, it's interesting when one of their biggest content creators is creating a game to, I guess, rival them a little bit. It's also interesting timing because there's been a lot of questions asked of Giants whether they're doing another mobile version. Maybe this will force their hand to either do one or step out of that market. Leave it to them. Or force them to up their game in the mobile market too. Starlink seems a little dirty, but at least it doesn't lose connection. Yeah. Yeah, I need to, I think my temporary internet cable across the driveway might have been damaged. It might be why we were having issues with the other one. And Donny, MRM, what's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. Jonathan, how am I finding the new map? I'm enjoying it. So far, this is the first fieldwork I've done on it, so I am aware there's going to be a new version coming out, hopefully this week, and we're going to need a new save on it, so probably a lot of what I'm doing now will have to redo. Obviously, we'll have to completely rebuild the yards, but I'll figure out a way to do that. I'll either have it running and use Courseplay to do that while I'm doing something else, maybe while I'm editing a video, just leave it running and getting back up where we're at, but let's see. Lastly, Lucas just sent a Discord message with a tractor. Let's have a look at that. Where did you put that? I don't have a message. Where'd you send that, Lucas? You have to resend it. Tell me where you put it. Oh, MP chat. Sorry, you did say. I'll have a look again. No, it's just an update on 20, not checked out yet, but new vehicles are added. Yeah, I've got 20 on my phone. I haven't looked at it either. Hey, White. What's up? How you doing? You loaded up Renaboo, such a beautiful map. I agree, Scott. If you haven't gone and downloaded Renaboo, if you're a PC player, do it. Not now, do it after the stream. Well, actually, start downloading it now so you can play it after the stream. Connection seems okay, no issues though. Good to know, good to know. Okay. Oh yeah, nice. Your Lego John Deere, Lucas. Awesome. Oh, there's my one. That hand's out of the way. Here you go. Snap. I've also got this to build at some stage. It's a Meccano 8R series spec. Had that sitting around for ages, but never got around to it. Oh, I'm jacking off that. Any interest in a multiplayer server of Renaboo? I don't know actually, Legion? Time lapse of the build. I tried doing that of my when I was building my Lego Millennium Falcon mark, and a little bit tough, but might be a bit easier. I didn't have a GoPro at that stage. I've got a GoPro now, so might be a bit easier with that. I tried doing it off my old phone, which has got a time-lapse app on it, but I didn't have a very good tripod or anything like that for it. And time-lapse would be good, because then you won't hear the, oh dear. Hear the old fella cursing about small nuts and bolts. You know, I've never built a Meccano set. My first ever. Alright, here we go. We're on our GPS line, so if you wonder why we're overlapping, that is why. Farmer boy, say hello, welcome along, nice to see you. Alright, we're cracking along now. Try and get the field done, and get a little bit of lime done. What am I doing? I am applying anhydrous to this field in preparation for planting some cotton in here. Fun boy. You've got the Death Star and the Millennium Falcon. Took forever. Yeah, I built mine over, probably took me about 2 months. I think I'd sit down on a Sunday afternoon normally and spend a couple of hours doing it. Some sets that I've seen, some of the big ones which are really repetitive, just like the Taj Mahal apparently is, no, it's not the Taj Mahal, or that a little bit, the Colosseum's meant to be even worse. Do I play any other game other than Farming Simulator, Lucas? I do. I play a few first-person shooters with some mates, Apex Legends, and just got back into playing some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, PUBG. The new map that's just been released on that, but those tend to be, I don't do any content on those, obviously. But it's mates I've gamed with for, I don't know, 15 years. 24 hours to do the Death Star scooter. Yeah, I reckon maybe 30 hours to do the Millennium Falcon for me. 2.5, 3 hour sessions, maybe over 2 months. That Technic Lambo's nice. I want the new Ferrari actually. Pretty cool. I've got I've got the Porsche RSR. I've got a very old, when I say old, mid 2000s, early 2000s, Ferrari Formula 1 car. Pretty cool. Well, at least the internet is, like you said a little bit before, Scott, at least the internet is steady. So it's steady. Not perfect, but it's steady. Another thing I need, I did it so many times, I need a new controller. Ferrari's next, Chinook, nice. Yeah, the Ferrari's a nice looking car. Detailed though, I think you build the engine out of, like the detail that goes into the engine is meant to be really impressive with it, I think. I'm thinking in the correct one. you're interested in doing a co-stream with me, kind of like what you do with FSG. Drop me a DM, Mr. Sims. You can have a chat. Timing's probably the biggest thing. One, finding the time to do it, and two, time zones. But let me know what you had in mind. Some classes pulling things pretty easily, isn't it? Not struggling whatsoever. Nice tractor. I like the four-wheel steer with the track. I find it's actually a bit easy to get things lined up because it's not an articulated tractor, so turning into rows and things just seems a little bit steadier. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Welcome along, nice to have you here. Tell you what, this my viewer graph on YouTube is going to be the most interesting one I've ever seen. All the disconnects. You can see it going up and down and up and down. Now, the GPS guided steering on my save, how do I use it? I can't figure out what buttons. So to turn mine on and off, I've got Alt-C. So Alt-C, you can see down the bottom right corner. You can see it turn on and off. Then I use Alt-E to create my lines. So Alt-E, there you get an A line. And you've got to go about 15 meters. And then Alt-E again. And it is now done a line. And then, I can't remember what button it is because I've got a key on my controller I use to turn the guidance steering on and off. But then there's a button, I think it's, I want to say it's Control Z or Shift Z or something. Which turns it on and off. And then Alt R is auto width. And actually we found out the other day, SG said, no? Why? There we go. Alt L is turn the lines on and off so you can see your guidance lines. So I'll get to the next row, skipping rows. There you know when to turn down where the white line is, and then it goes green when you turn it on. Alt X is on and off, is it? Oh yeah, there we go. Alt X, you can see the steering wheel goes on and off. Line goes from white to green. But always the best way if you're trying to figure out what your keybinds are. Jump in here. Scroll all the way down to guidance steering. And they all are there. And jump onto my gamepad and see what I've got shortcutted on here, which I think should only be, that's the only one I've got set up on my controller, which is turn it on and off. So thinking about our field. Getting this one, I'm only doing anhydrous on this. Everything else will fertilize when we plant, probably. That one there, obviously don't need to. That one there will do when we plant. This one I'm only doing because it was harvested in the anhydrous full bath. But otherwise, do need with a little bit of lime. You forget about the checking the keybinds, yeah. I do too. Who caught my bike up this morning, surprised to see Farm Sim Guide streamed at some silly hour of the world time continuum that didn't suit me. I've lodged a formal complaint with him. What is he doing streaming at an hour that I can't watch? But what's the new map like? The new coffee map. It looks very interesting. And I'm very excited about the sugarcane harvester they've brought out actually. That's going to be going on this save. For our sugarcane. Because it's twice the size of the other one. It was really early in some weird time for like an hour. That'll be good. Hit almost 250 in his impromptu stream. Hard life, eh, Scott? Life of the superstar. What's the map like anyhow? What are the takeaways, first impressions? And I am excited to hear that there's going to be more free DLC packs. I think 2 more. Very good. Farmer boy, yo, how you doing again? In case you missed me earlier. Not doing very good on estimating my row positions, am I? Oh, excuse me. The Jackdo Machinery on Mod Hub is sort of like a free DLC, there's so much stuff. Yeah, the way they've done it is, isn't it, Andy? I like when you get creators like that who go through and do like a, they've got a group of guys together, group of people, and they've done some cool stuff together as a bit of a pack. You're playing on La Coronella while watching, you need to check it out, it's a great map. I had a look at La Coronella in 19, so I have to check out how much different it is for this one. It was an interesting map in 19. I liked what they tried to do. It didn't really, well, in my opinion, it didn't work how it was, how they intended it to, because the way they used the animal dialogue to try and produce products and make sort of production chains for console players seemed to always be something that it would cause an issue with. But what will you farm in real life? Crops or animals? If I was a farmer boy, we live on our family farm still, and my father farms beef animals still. So we've got a whole lot of beef animals around us, and in summer we'll grow maize for silage. We used to grow potatoes when I was a kid growing up, and growing yams, sweet potatoes, onions. Grow a lot of pumpkins or squash for buttercup squash, butternut squash, or export to Japan. Author is Jackdo, so it looks like the actual real life manufacturer made the mods. Yeah, interesting. It was Connect Modding have done a little Brazilian or South American group. Interesting that they had it listed as Jackdo though. Yeah. It's been very well designed, very tight farming. I'd have to really navigate around things. I need to download it and do a little some screenshots for the website anyhow. Feels a lot better than it so far. Feels a lot better so far than the 19 version, at least. Well, with production chains and that in the game now, it could be. Version like it just came out, it's pretty impressive. Oh, nice. Thanks, Beers, Den and Short. Oh wait, so I did think it was a nice looking map. Visually it was a nice map. So it had a lot of detail, a lot of features in it for a 1x map. What am I doing after this job, Luke? I will be putting starting to get some lime applied to some fields. So I was looking at our planting schedule. We've got our cotton there. We can start planting some cotton. What else we've got? Sugar beets, sugar cane, potatoes. We'll plant between next month and the month after, March and April. And poplar, we can plant anytime from next month through to June, July, August. I want to get the poplar planted quite early because it takes a long time to grow. I think it's 13 months. It's still in there. Oh. I think I was reading it in the anyhow, I think I was reading it on the in the tutorials. Lots of productions and lots of little things added into the map for a bit more realism, making you think, especially about getting around the roads with equipment. That's what I found with Osada with my 5-minute farmer. I think I made a few poor equipment choices there, particularly with my big tractor and the cultivating equipment. Everything else I think is about right. But in a few days you'll see a couple of episodes making silage, and I had to make a few decisions on the fly because it was going to take hours to get the silage all brought in with that little Lintner beauty track. So we came up with an alternative plan, which I think was the correct choice. You farm is that Holsteiner? Or are you saying Holstein? Bonsmara, Simbras and wheatgrass bales. Yeah, nice. Did Tiger make a birdie on the 6th hole? I don't know, John Deere Sims. I don't think he made too many birdies in the last couple of days. He's quite emotional missing the cut, walking down the 18th at old St Andrews. Hard case. It was a lot of fun doing that stream with FSG the other day, actually. Just lurking in the background, not worrying about being on camera, but able to contribute to his stream. Could get a sugar production because you're going to be growing sugar beet, then you can turn that into sugar and also just as an income at this point of time add a greenhouse. I could. I'm not going to do the greenhouse. I like your thinking, but we'll leave the greenhouse out. Maybe do the sugar. I haven't decided what we're going to do with the sugar yet. The sugar cane and sugar beets. Whenever you hear my voice, I think, oh. Well, maybe I need to get into doing some alternate. There's a crowd here in New Zealand, a radio station. They do that called the Alternative Commentary Collective, and they do alternative commentary for game. I quite like the idea. A bit of fun. Just going to make a fool of yourself. I was a little bit upset last night watching the rugby when one of the props tried to force a pass right in front of our posts 15 metres out and turned the ball over and gave Ireland the ball, and they went on and scored a try. The boys were watching the rugby with me. I said something on I called him a stupid fat man, and the boys thought it was hilarious. They shouldn't. Oh, I shouldn't be calling people names, but that's just what happened. Something like that. It's like $3 or something, Ryan, I think. I've only got the one tier of membership. I think it's only $3. $3 US. Click on the join button and you can find out. Do I fancy doing loose cotton? No, I think we'll do some bales this time, Mark. I think with the sugar beets and potatoes, that'll be enough loose product for me. There'll be plenty of work going on with those, so I think we'll make the cotton a bit easier. I have a question. I have precision farming and I also have precision farming that came with those anhydrous tanks. Should I only use the precision farming for those tanks? Yes, you should. John D. Sims, you only need the one. If you have a look, yeah, precision farming and anhydrous ready, which is the one by Collins Custom. So you just want that one installed. You've got the precision farming by Giants. Don't tick it. It will not like having two of them in there. Did I say I was doing cotton? I am doing cotton in this field, Lucas. Part of the Fringe farmer. Did I see the game South Africa vs Wales? No, I haven't, farmer boy. The wrong time of the day. Wrong time of day for me. Or morning. I heard the result. I haven't even seen the score yet. Catch up on that when I have a coffee. You can see it scrolling through the news very quick. Fine. Password 123. Hashtag Argsy rules, Ryan. I'm sure that's your password. I think this is the Collins Custom one scooter that I'm using. I haven't downloaded. Or are you saying they've got two different versions? I did hear that South Africa had one. Farmer Boy, I had I think Martin Nagel was in here earlier. Oh, come on Elon, kick into gear. We're halfway through the field. Good. You need to get a new PC, Ryan. 3014. Ah, okay. Comprehensive, considering the last two games, Wales got a 1 right in it up until the last whistle, just about, weren't they? Hey Zach, how you doing? Good to see you, welcome. Hope you're all well. Not too bad, we've had a few internet issues. We've had to revert to using our Starlink internet. The other was really throwing its toys, so I need to do a bit more work on getting things fixed there. I still haven't done anything properly about it. Still been relying on a cable across the driveway, which I think might have had a few unsuspecting car tyres over it, which may have damaged it. Either that is, let me show you, it is incredibly frosty outside this morning. Grass is very white. In fact, we're going to have one very, very sad avocado tree, I think, because we didn't cover it last night. So it could be just the fact that the cable's very cold and it's not like in having anything go through it. I don't know what's the standard operating standards for a Cat6 data cable. Probably below freezing. It won't like. It would have been below freezing. Frozen electrons. It's good to be back streaming, Zach. I was umming and ahhing last night with whether I should do it or not. Since having the dreaded C of COVID, not cancer, I've been waking up coughing a lot, but this morning hasn't been too bad. That's good. You watched the South Africa Wales with the mate on video chat and she was sad in a code inside. Fortunately we have a nice new... Oh, where are we going? Nice warm new house, so... It can be deceptive. We can be walking around in t-shirt and shorts inside and it's actually freezing out. When I do the cotton, you can have the spinner production, so you can make fabric and then you can turn that fabric into clothes. It can be 30,000 each pallet you get. Yeah, some good money made off some of those production chains. I haven't done too many of those. I should do a series where we focus more on production. Yeah, cotton. Oh, I've got a unit converter on, by the way. I haven't played around with those, but I have to have a look. Obviously changing the price, but there we go. Ryan, what's a good PC? Oh, it depends what you want to do, mate. Depends what you want to do. Cat 5 hate the cold. I was thinking you were writing cats hate the cold, Chinook. I was like, what are you talking about? Cats hate the cold. Cat 5. That'll probably be my issue then, isn't it? Probably be my problem. Had to buy a new fishing pole. My other one is in a pond. Yeah, budget's the biggest thing. Legion, isn't it? Depending on what you want to spend. A good PC, if you really wanted to throw some money in, wait for the 40 series cars to come out in the near future. If you just want one that runs farm sim, probably don't need too much. Don't need to get too carried away. This map's made for new production. Yeah, it is. It is, isn't it? What is the... It was the ethanol plant, wasn't it, Schultz? Oh, Farmer Boy, thank you very much for that super chat. You're too generous. I like the cow. Nice. Very cool. Getting it to 40 Monday and Tuesday in UK, not looking forward to that. I saw that they put a red warning, the first in history or something, for a heat wave. No insulation. Yeah. 300 to 500 is your budget. Oh, I'll just have a look and get something that's got a minimum of what, a 1060 graphics card. Don't know about the US market, what they're worth, but... Have you got a PC at the moment, Ryan? Maybe look at buying components to upgrade it if you could. Have I played FS20 yet? I have played a little bit, Lucas. Not a huge amount, though. I struggle with on it. Oh, I don't know. Played heaps of 18 for some reason. I just drive tractors to fields and then just set workers going on them. And I just a huge network of fields and workers going all the time. Midwest production feedback, yeah, that's right. I like the look of that. But this would be good, wouldn't it? I'll tell you what I did download that we were going to potentially put in somewhere. Not that fun. Was, this big hog barn. Use our potatoes with. 2,400 pigs. And that came with... There's two things that go with this. It's the feed mill mod, which is big and expensive. But you put corn in and you get pig food out of. And there was also... Here somewhere. Bulk feed trailer. Which you use to fill it. Pretty cool. I did actually earmark having that built down, where are we? On that bit of land there, on the other side of our pigs and where all our potatoes and everything. So you're going to wait for a 4000 series to have a 4000 series, Zach, or wait for a 4000 to drop to make 3000s cheaper? That's what a lot of people are doing, I think, waiting for the 4000s to come out to bring the price on the 3000s down. You know, add a few more things now that it's out. Nice, Schultz. Andy Games Fan 2, how you doing? Zerion is your favourite tractor. Nice, I'm starting to like a Zerion too, actually. I've actually been enjoying using this. Good looking piece of kit, actually. Ooh, laggy in cab though. Ah, autosave, that explains why. Your PC right now can't pull up anything, that's a shame. You weren't sure about productions, Andy, when FS2 came out, but every map I play I always have the tailors running their clothes that are worth so much. Oh. I'll tell you where it's at, gold. Gold on Elk Mountain. It's funny the number of people who complain about the gold price. That's not real. 1,000 litres of gold should be worth billions. I think people realise that, but unfortunately it's a bit difficult to go down and sell a gold bar of a few ounces at the correct price. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if you didn't have to sell things in 1,000 litre increments. I suppose you don't, do you? You can sell things that, you know, you can sell 10 litres of... But it is the way it is. You need to have something there for it. Pre-order and get on the waiting list for a card. That's a good idea. 12 gig 3080 to drop in price. Farmer Boy, you're off, mate. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate that super chat as well. You enjoy your evening, and hope to catch you again in a stream soon. Every electronics thing has gold in it. That's right. It's quite a few people are starting to realise that with recycling electronics, aren't they, and getting some of those precious metals out of them. Hey Scorp, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Gold's cheap compared to other metals, some other metals indeed. Well, the satellites are a bit out of whack at the second. We'll catch up in a minute. Oh, having to work up this little hill. Hear that engine note change, it's pretty cool. Imagine walking into a pawn shop expecting them to have the cash for 1,000 litres of gold. I know, right? or what did I sell the other day? 8,000 litres or something silly like that. Yeah. You got to take the good with the bad, and you know, look past it. Look past the realism in that sense sometimes. Might need a power washer to clean. Fortunately, Lucas, I have a fantastic building by Legacy Ag that has a power washer built into it. You don't even need to buy one. Just got home from a wedding ceremony, a couple of hours until the reception. Nice. Well, thank you for tuning in, Scorp. In between your ceremony and reception. Is there barbecue on the menu at the reception? Wouldn't be a Texas wedding without barbecue, would it? Speaking of that, I had pork ribs for dinner last night. They were just fine. Well, not much further to go and we will be done. I'm going to be able to pull the lime spreader out and get some lime on some fields. What have we got? 3 more passes after this one. It's an interesting map, eh? You don't notice how much undulation there is on it. But there is quite a bit when you look at it across there. 1,000 litres of gold weighs 192 tonne. I'll tell you what, Morris, if it was Scorp's ceremony and he's decided to watch some farm sim between the ceremony and the wedding, he's a brave man and has a very understanding wife. Oh, Mexican wife for a mixed family wedding, so who knows what there's going to be. Oh, slow down. Tried to press that button a bit too fast. Got it. Oh, recommitment ceremony school. 22 years, good on you. You must be 15 this year. Auto wash mod is where it's at, so he's getting out of the track. Wash. Yeah, that or where is it? Where is it? Oh, I thought it was under this one. Oh, condition do it set 0. Yeah. Didn't gate crash the wedding just for barbecue. Ultimate wedding crashes. Get to the ceremony. What's on the menu for reception? Oh, no barbecue, I'm not coming. Mexican food, you're putting money on that. Brave, maybe. Smart, maybe not. Ah, oh, tin of dirt in the menu, Mark. What are you? Where's the realism in that? The Dusty Lands? Dusty Lands is awesome. In fact, let's do this. Make it real dusty. That peak dust, and I'll just turn that up to 3. Yeah, there we go. We just hit a dusty spot. It's dry out in Illinois at the moment. I think 2's about the best. Where are we? Left shift and down. I think I've had it on 1 the whole time. Wifey said white people food for the main dinner in a taco truck after dancing and whatnot. That when the tequila comes out too, Scorp. Is that much dust realistic? I wouldn't have a clue if it is or not. Depends on the time of year. It's around probably in February, probably not. Still be quite... I would have thought the soil would still be quite moist, damp. But yeah, it can get pretty dusty. It all depends on, yeah, this depends on the soil moisture. Have the Demenders chasing me, Mike. Can you go any bigger than 3? No, 3's the max, because... That. Do you know I was almost going to wear, I've got a bright green polo shirt. It's with my boys' football club. It was green, but I was almost going to put that on in celebration. I need to move over a little bit. Switching off the edge of the camera. Best team won at the end of the day, Zach. 100%. I wanted it more and deserved it more. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Good to see you, welcome along. I mean, we can't look past the fact that you've got, what, 3 New Zealand players in there, a South African player, where else have you got them from? Alright, done. Anhydrous applied. Time for some lime. For that I rhyme. Oh, that's gonna hit that. Oh no, it's not. Just missed. Probably should have gone in that entrance. I thought I'd take the proper farm one. In fact, we might go around the corner and go straight through. Be a bit easier. Oh, that car was flying up to the intersection, but they weren't going to stop. That's how I quite like my new yard layout. Yard. The only thing with this pressure washer is hard to reach. I think we can get it outside. There we go. You can take it outside. It's clean off. Can't wait to see lime getting spread. Oh, soon. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Very well played. Worried about pushing England with 20 to go. Did Aussie start coming back at them, did they? Alright. Tractor. Tractor a quick hose down too. Shouldn't be as dense. I'm sure there's a reason for it. It'd be interesting to see if there is any way they could adjust the density on it or not. Alright, we'll just pull this up next to the shed and leave it here for now. And we'll go and find a lime spreader. Find our key plays Canal. Is that Canort? Canal? Which is the province my county is in. Ah, there you go. Aussie were in it pretty much all game till we sealed it with the final try. Oh, was it that close? I saw the score was early in the first half. Must have been... Oops, England must have been a long way ahead, were they? I looked at it and thought it was quite... almost a foregone conclusion. Now this tractor is almost too wide for this shed. It makes it very hard to back in and get things out. See? Squeeze through behind the truck and through there. You gotta watch our national game now, Argsy hurling final on tomorrow. Is that right, Sareen? Did you fix the fertilizer bins? Do they work now? They did not that live stream. What didn't work, Lucas? I still haven't got the liquid fertilizer working to fill directly into the side tanks, if that's what you're talking about. Right, which field are we going to go do? I suppose we should go do the one we just harvested. We just worked in. I want to do 31. I'll go down and do 28 because these are going to be our popular sugarcane fields. Actually, look at. Don't know. I was only 11:10 at half time, Zach. Yeah, it was closer than I thought. We'll go down somewhere different. We'll go and check out a different field. Hey Bota, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. No, I've been playing around with trying to get that to work, Lucas, but I haven't figured it out yet. I need someone with more expertise than I do in XML and things like that. Where am I going? Where am I heading? Completely the wrong direction to anything. Oops. We'll get there. Bota, hey there, mate. Great to see you. Welcome along. Hope you're all well. Just trying to get yourself together. You haven't fallen to pieces, have you, Bota? Anzac, howdy mate, nice to see you. I almost want to show you. This is what it's. I'm going to show you what it's like outside of it. Let's see if I can pick the camera up. This could go terribly wrong. Let's check out the frost we've had this morning. Okay. Oh, is the cable going to be? I don't know if this is going to work. Argsy live. View out my window. Okay. See how frosty it is out there. On top of the hot tub cover. Then it's pretty much white. It is a very frosty and cold outside this morning. So much so, there's a puddle out there, I reckon I can go find ice on it. £100 for you today, Scott. It's a typical Texas day, isn't it? Right, am I heading in the right direction now? I am. Is that cheering up, Bota? Let's see, what is our temperature right at this moment? Look. Oh look, is this one, what state's this one in? This is in a harvested state too. What we need to do with the anhydrous. What is the current temperature? Oh, it's warmed up, it's 3.6. Right, crank that up. Oh, that's not a very wide spread, is it? Adjust the spread width on this. Nope. Oh, that's the edge. Oh, wrong button. It's the edge of the map. Yeah, so this is going to take quite a while to do some of those big fields, isn't it? Gosh. Ooh. No regret. Might have to get a contractor to come in and give us a hand. Maybe one that's got a case Trident or a decent sized John Deere spreader. Valley sucks when the fog stays down all day. Yeah, we're lucky we don't get that. Anzac, if it's foggy here, it's normally gone by 9ish. Gets out pretty quick, but forget that we're in the southern hemisphere. Frosty days with clear skies are the best. They are. I agree. I've had some, been out with the kids' football and that, and this days like today, and it's pretty cold to start with, but it makes up for it. One plus on this is we're not, at least with precision farming, we're not chewing through the line too quick. So while it might take a while to do some of the bigger fields, looking at our application rate, we've only used 1%, not even 1. So that might make it a bit more bearable. I was just looking at Morris, we've got, we've hardly chewed through any of it. We're not putting much on. What are we putting on? Look at our, current pH to our target pH. It's not too bad at all. I've got application rate set to auto, don't I? Yep, deactivate. So where do you live, Lucas? Where are you tuning in from? 20 degrees and it's going to be nearly 40 degrees. See you later. Daniel Scott, good morning, mate. Welcome along. Hope you're well. Nice to have you here. Turn on real vehicle speed. Sounds like a cheaty mod, Scott. You know I don't do those. Looking forward to tonight, actually. We're going to be back with FSG doing some No Man's Land for the first time in a couple of weeks. As things worked out, it probably wasn't a bad thing with me getting the COVID. Didn't miss too much. Can you... No, the dust doesn't... Dusty Lands doesn't work with the lime. At least I don't think it does. No. I think they were going to look into it. See, it's increased the dust off the tractor tyres, but not off the spreader. You're in the UK, Lucas. Oh, nice. Oh, look, we've used 2%. I'm a little bit happier with that because I think we won't use up. Well, it might take a wee while to do it this width. At least we're not going to use up too much lime. I mean, this is our smallest field, but these are actually almost probably quite close to at a decent level of pH. Mentioned barbecue for the wedding earlier. Your food at my wedding was big ass smoked brisket. I'd expect nothing less, Scott. Did I get it too? Yeah. Yep. Just over 2 weeks ago. Just under 2 weeks ago, Anzac. What am I doing? Go on the neighbour's front lawn. Days. Yes, that wasn't much fun. It wasn't much fun. Went through the whole family. Both the kids and the wife got it too. I managed to get it first. I don't know where from because I'm a hermit and don't go anywhere. Frost's not as bad for you, Daniel. Remind me whereabouts in you are? You had to shovel and barrow 10 tons of type 1 yesterday. It was 37. What is type 1? I've heard you talk about that before. Is it a gravel or metal for backfilling or something, is it? No? It does it. I'm eating Tahim's for breakfast. Brisket after brisket. I'm watching burger shows on YouTube. I want a big nasty burger right now. Hey COVID spreader, hey Junt, how you done, mate? So nice of you to share it with me, I appreciated it. How are you anyhow? Nice to be back into normal life after your trip. Why can I? Right. Thank you. Just down the road. I think this field might be our poplar field, I reckon. Plant some poplars up in here. Each year it's getting hotter than the last year. The temperature can't be record-breaking temperature. All these farmers cutting down trees and putting too much nitrogen on everything. Been off work for the past month and will be next week as well, so glad I can be indoors with fans rather than outside doing your job. What do you do, Zach? Glad you survived. MOT Type 1 is a Ministry of Transport standard for graded stone. Yeah, right. We call ours GAP 40 and GAP 65 and GAP 25. And that's basically it's graded aggregate, and it's the 25 is the millimeters that it's graded to. So GAP 25 the biggest stone and it'll be 25 millimeters. GAP 40 biggest stone will be 40 millimeters, and GAP 65 is 65 millimeters. There you go. Went through Friend's family and their 4-year-old breezed through it with hardly any symptoms or rest was sick. That's what's blowing me away. So our boys, both our boys, you'd hardly know they had it. In fact, our youngest, the only reason we knew he had it is because he hadn't had it and we were sending him off on a holiday program. So the day I came out of my 7-day isolation, he was going to be able to go to this holiday program. We thought, well, we better just test him and double check that he's doesn't have it and not showing any symptoms, and he tested positive in like a minute. His rats test was showing positive. So we were swapped prized. And our oldest son, he vomited, and that was about the only symptoms he's had. Whereas my wife and I were much harder hit. And we're double vaxxed and boosted, whereas the boys have only had one vaccine. Figure it out. Confession time, I've never used precision farming. Question, how does precision farming know how much stuff to put down if the crop to plant is not yet known by the program? It doesn't, Scott. It's a gamble. So, like the nitrogen I've just put on there was just, it just maximized it basically. We're up at 200 and 180. So if we were to plant soybeans into that field, we've actually over nitrogen over applied our nitrogen. And I don't actually know what cotton needs from a nitrogen perspective either. So we might have overdone it, but it's a bit annoying that you can't tell it what, like for applying anhydrous, or you know, if you were going to do strip tilling and you knew you were planting a crop in it next year, you'd say, well, I'm going to put soybeans in here next year, or corn. This is how much nitrogen. So you don't need any for soy. But so that's where, you know, I probably, if I hadn't done the, like, I didn't need to do the anhydrous, because what it'll mean now is when we do come to plant the cotton in that field using the, I've got the early rise planters, it's not actually going to apply any nitrogen, so I don't actually need to load any fertilizer into the planter. But, and like the potato planters I've got have fertilizer tanks on, so we're not going to use any, we're not going to do any anhydrous on those, but I might actually, now that I know this field needs work, I'll probably come down and do anhydrous on this, and that's tiny. Classy Lucas, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Nice to see you. I'll catch you soon. 105 in South California. SoCal. Call them big stones and little stones. We used crushed stone on our driveway, much better than that stuff. You work on a 725 acre historic estate, all sorts. Interesting. You feel much better but still test positive. See, I haven't tested again because I imagine I'd still test positive. But your wife and little daughter are both good, both negative. That's good. Would be worse if we were not vaxxed. Oh, I'm sure it would have been. Anzac. Right. We've done down there. We used 4% of our lime. We might as well go. I'll go and start. What's the time? 8:30. Go and start doing the big field. I do want to plant some cotton soon. We might as well go and get it ready. Ooh. On Tuesday, you're having your second official job interview in your life, and I'm 44 years old. Kind of crazy. Like I've only had one job interview as such, like as an official kind of job interview. Where, in fact, I've never applied for a job. So my first job I just sent some letters. As a fourth year architecture student, I sent letters around to half a dozen local practices and got a reply from one of them, and they offered me a summer job. So I went up and worked for them over summer, and then I spent a day a week working with them over the course of my last year of studies, and then they offered me a full-time job after that. And then when I left there, we moved up from Wellington to Palmerston North, and my uncle, well, Dad's uncle, was a director of a firm up here, so I got in touch with him and said, are you looking for any staff? And they said yes. So I went and met the directors, and that was that. And I worked with them for 10 years. And then the business I bought, we were introduced to the previous owner by a builder who was a mutual builder we'd both worked with. He was actually building our house at the time, and met with them, and yeah, worked out that way. But yeah, good luck, John. So does that mean you're going to be leaving the military? Getting out of the Air Force? You gotta watch FSG's coffee stream, could not watch it live. I've got to go and watch that too. Bota, I was sound asleep. I'm lodging a formal complaint that he streamed at a time I couldn't watch him. I'm pretty upset about that. Who else was meant to keep him in line? Watching FSG do sugarcane today was funny. Oh, really? I'm gonna have to go back and check it out and score. I'll do 2 passes along here and knock a headland out. Goodness. Oh, we're getting too far away. We're leaving a strip. Fix that. First interview at age 41. Ah, transfer. Nice. FSG's shunning the Kiwis with his Saturday morning streams. I agree. I agree. It's disrespectful. How dare he not think of the 5 million people in our part of the world. I'm having a absolute shocker with this spreader though. Here we go. Yeah, the worst part is I won't be able to fill those gaps in now because of the automatic application. Let's turn that off. Scott Nitro to keep him in line was tough. It's a hard job, Scorp. Yeah, babe. Leaving a Tim strip. I know. You know, the first thing I thought of when I saw that strip, I was like, oh no. Good thing Tim's not here. Not sure why FSG would miss us out there. I know, Chinook. How about the news of MRG? And Mr. MRG was in here a little bit earlier, Junt. We were having a chat to him about it. But yeah. I think it's right up his alley. I think it's going to be perfect. In fact, when I saw the trailer and the map design, and I just had a MRG vibe to it. And I thought, you know, it's exactly how his maps feel. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that all pans out for them. Tim was on FSG, so no, so I was meant to, I actually have dropped him a message because I was meant to catch up with him on something late last night my time. I'm going to use my GPS when going, this is a headland, Anzac. Shh. I was meant to catch up with Tim on something last night, late my time, and I completely forgot. He was even going to make time for me, so I'll drop him a note. Not sure how you feel about mobile gaming. I mean, there's a huge market for it. That just got through my head in. I'm pretty sure the mobile market's bigger than the console and other gaming markets, to be fair. Right. I'll just quickly set up a GPS along here before Anzac tells me off again. You know, it's a big field when you didn't realise this was a headland. I think it's kind of square. I probably could have gone either way. Love to see some direct competition with Giants for a PC or console game. I mean, there wasn't there, with Cattle and Crops? It was probably the closest, but they've gone to the wayside. I think it'd be good if there was. Just something to ask them to lift their game, but I mean, I personally also think they have lifted their game without needing that pressure of a competitor. Since seeders have the ability to tab through seed types for planting precision farming, should be able to tab through fertilizer densities. Oh, you lost connection, had to rejoin. Huh. Lagging out again, am I? Hit refresh. Thought I had some. I don't have internet from the future, Botar. My internet's terrible. It's been a challenging morning with the internet, to say the least. Is it coming back? We coming back? Come on, catch up. Oh goodness. We're getting another strip. Are we good? Oops. Losing things. Going all wobbly again. There's sheep barring at me. There we go. Is everyone back? Hit refresh. You won't be able to hear me, but if you've lost me, try an F5. Refresh your stream. Breakfast time at Argsy's place. It is just about breakfast time. It is 8:45. Thank you, Chinook. It is the time here. And my goodness. Hey, that's interesting. Why did I destroy those? It's not my field. Yeah. Crop destruction on the neighbour's potatoes. Oh, why are we not working properly, internet? Come on, catch up. And go feed the hamsters, I think. Yeah, I'm not getting very good OBS readouts at the moment. I'm a vandal. I'm a vandal, indeed. Mashed taters. He won't miss. There was only a couple there scored. He won't miss them. Sabotage. Yeah. Very strange. Oh, I've managed to turn my lights on somehow too. I don't know how I feel about all the collectibles that just float around in this map. Could be anything I'm not quite sure about, like, you know, just the random collectible there in the side of the field. Come on, come back to me, internet. Come on. Willing it to be better. Willing the internet. How are you guys? Are you guys seeing me still? Are you seeing and hearing me? Or are we completely absent? Am I sitting here talking to myself? Where is it? That's not the way I wanted to go. Let's go over this through. There you go. Don't think all maps need collectibles. I never bother with them, but each to their own, I guess. Internet through phone only, I do the same thing. Yeah, it's okay. Seeing me loud and clear, not had any issues. Oh. Choppy, but can hear you now. Yeah, I'm seeing a green light back in a while. So, fun fact, OBS tells me how many frames I've dropped through the stream, and I've dropped 26% through dodgy internet. It's pretty annoying. Pretty annoying, to be fair. Bunch of lurkers in chat. Lost connection, but stubborn. Thank you, Bota. I appreciate that. Oh, wobbles. Speed wobbles. Oh, autosave. Your internet's struggling a bit this morning. Yeah, seeing me clearly now. That's good. Am I signed up for Starlink? I am streaming from Starlink, Morris, at this very moment, and that is part of the problem. A lot of people know my dodgy internet setup. You were streaming the other night, Zach, and yours had dropped. Yours at 50% dropped. OBS said reset to output at 4K, not 1080p. Baffled you for a while. Wow. Don't think I've hit the same issue, but makes me want to check though. I doubt it. Output. No, we're all good. Yeah. So I've got two internet connections at home. Morris, one's Starlink and the other's another wireless setup. But both the satellite dishes. One's the dishes, the Starlink, and the other one are on a shed which is separate to our house. And I've got cables running underground, which I'd always used, and they've been working fine. But for some reason now they seem to be failing. So I do have a cable running across the top of our driveway from the garage to this shed. And that had been working well, but I think it's either too cold for it outside this morning, so that was impacting on that internet. So I switched from that to Starlink, and that's been more stable, but still up and down a bit. I wonder what you were going on about, Zach. I'm seeing you clearly now, the rain has gone. What's your contribution to life? Well, one good thing I can say about this lime spreader is we're not using too much lime up. I can handle going back and forth up and down a field spreading lime if I'm not having to go and refill all the time. Last thing you heard was on a shed. So, we have 2 dishes for our internet out on the shed, and 2 cables running under the ground from the shed to the house that I put in when we built the house. But something's broke, and something's not working with those cables. And that was my first problem. So a temporary fix was to run a new cable across the top of the ground from the shed to the garage. And that worked okay, but I think with the frost this morning, it's either impacting the speed or it's been driven over inadvertently by visitors and damaged. Of course you'd heard that, Mark. So I need to come up with I need to actually action a better solution. I think I know what I'm going to do. I need to do it. And it's put a wireless bridge between the house and the shed. Used to install satellite dish. Coax cables don't like heat from roof. Right, ours will be the Cat 5 or Cat 6 cables not liking the temperature. Either that or it's got damp or something. So yeah, I'm gonna put a wireless bridge between the house. Spectacle Island this weekend? No, Mark. I've apart from recording Elk Mountain, and even that I struggled with my voice a little bit. This morning's actually, I was worried this morning I was going to wake up and have like yesterday morning I had a huge coughing fit when I woke up. But so far, my throat's just starting to get a little bit sore, scratchy, but so far, I can handle that. Oh, this car's stopping. Like it was detecting me from a long way away. But it's on my list of things to do this week. I just have to figure out the best gear to buy for it, Scott. But yeah, wireless bridge from the head to the house. Oh, no. But this, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll do something. Just rubbernecking it doing the fieldwork. I do think that. I always think that when I see a car stop and farm with them, I'm like, oh, it's just someone with kids wanting to check out the tractor. I just have to figure out the right piece of kit, the right pieces of kit to buy, Scott. Is it a straight line with it? It's pretty straight. Pretty straight Chinook. I haven't looked after the cable very well, to be honest. Probably a bit bent, and I think some of it's still rolled up because I got a longer cable than I needed, so it's still in a bit of a coil. I know, because he's very bendy. Thank you, Mark. Make sure I buy source exterior rated Ethernet cables. Yeah. But there's lots of things I could do to make it better than it is. But it's just on the list of things to do. Hey, Mr. Stay Drunk. How are you, buddy? Good to have you here. Could I use the house wiring to pass the internet? Probably not, Mark. I don't know how those systems work, but our switchboard... We've got a switchboard in the house, and then there's a submain which runs between the house and the shed, so I don't know if it would go over the submain. I wouldn't have thought it would, but... I could try. I could try. Submain could be okay still. I mean, it's all connected, isn't it? I've got a power point out in the shed and a power point inside. It's all on the same, all connected somehow. Not too bad. 6:30 AM. Yes, is still asleep. Fair enough, buddy. The way my internet's been today, I wish I was still asleep. But you hardcore have stuck with me, and I very much appreciate it. That van stopped all the way down there too. Now it's going again. I wonder if there's something else that stops for. Use 2 plugs to get the internet from the front of the house to the back on separate circuits and still works using 4 gang socket extension. Yeah, I mean it probably could still work. See, that one's going to stop tolling. Oh, it's having a jitter attack. I wonder if there's something actually in the AI network that is causing problems there. Look at that car. Like it's on airbags. They see me rolling. To the end of the line. Alright, how much of this field have we done? Oh gosh, not much. pH levels look good though, look at that. You got no life being awake at this time on a Sunday. Thinks your tractor's sexy. Goodness. Hey Jake, how you doing, mate? I'm doing alright. Doing alright. Soldiered on even with the even with some dodgy internet today. Which has been a tad frustrating, but nothing much I can do about it at the moment. Ah, Jeremy, Mr. Freeman, how are you, mate? Missed you, buddy. Hey, you're a legend, thank you. Nice to be back streaming, I must admit. Nice to be back. As long as you're not getting in trouble with the missus for those super chats. Biggest spreader would have been a bit nicer, to be fair. But, I mean, this is our biggest field. Don't be too bad doing the other ones. actually quite a nice spreader. It's got rear wheel tuning. You can see it. Kind of see it. Well, the other thing is you can put the stairs up somehow. Where is it? I figured it out the other day. Oh, how did I do it? How did I do it? I'd fold the stairs up. Here we go. Right, well I am at 9 o'clock. I've been going for 2 hours. We've persevered with the internet. So I think we might just about wrap things up in a minute or two. You paid the credit card bill and sent her to get her nails out. She won't see anything. If you keep on getting up at 4 in the morning to change nappies and diapers, then she shouldn't be able to see anything either, should she? A secret bank account for super chats. Olaf, you've still got an hour of Saturday to enjoy. Very nice. Well, in an hour I'll be able to welcome you to Sunday. Welcome to the future. Impressed with the lime usage. I am too. I am as well. You did have a secret credit card for super chats, but wife found it. Funny. Anthony, how you doing, mate? Welcome along. Late as usual, no worries. Appreciate you tuning in. We are getting towards the end of the stream though. I have been a challenge of IT proportions. But we're alright. It's been good. Still need tractor upgrades for 5-minute farmer. I need tractor replacement for the 5-minute farmer, to be fair. We got rid of, should have got rid of that big thing and some of those, the cultivators. On the way to play an outdoor gig for 4 hours in the heat, so if I have a heat stroke and end up in the hospital, I may need extra content. Fair enough. Elon letting you down again? No, Elon's actually saved the day, to be fair. It was my other internet that was letting me down. If I didn't have that, we would have been wouldn't have been having much joy. Thanks, Scooter. Take care, mate. We'll catch you again soon. Better late than never. Exactly, Olaf. Exactly. No, it's a very cold, icy morning here this morning, and I think that might have played havoc with my cable that runs between the house and the shed. Getting cold and not liking things, amongst other issues. We've soldiered on, we've got here, we've managed to get this field anhydrous cultivated. We're not going to get all the lime done obviously because it's going to take a wee while longer yet, but we've managed to get some lime on a couple of fields though. It's a good start. It's good to actually make some progress on this one. I don't want to get too far down it though. Oops, cruise control didn't turn on. Because the map's going to change soon anyhow and I'm going to have to redo all this work to catch back up to where we are. That's alright. So I think, team, I am going to call it quits there for today. We'll let this guy carry on running for a little bit. You lost your Calmston save earlier. Oh no. Ouch. PC or console? Someone replaced the tractor's cultivator and player. I was wondering that, Mark. Was a thought I'd had. Although I think we're at the stage in that series where pretty much all that's left to do, I'm a few episodes ahead of where I've uploaded obviously, but I think with the 10 or so episodes I've got left to record, we're pretty much just going to be harvesting and things like that. I don't think we're going to get another tillage cycle around. Don't know, we'll see. Computer crashes at the same. Go and check out your backups, Anthony. It'll be there. Have a look in the... Oh, for me it's under My Documents Farming Simulator. Same place where your mods folders is. there should be a save game backup folder. Go and check that out. You just need to figure out which save game slot your Calmston's in. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that, mate. Same to you, Zach. Mark, thanks for hanging out. Daniel, good to see you, buddy. Have a nice day. Enjoy the sunshine. Time to get up and motivate. You don't need to be motivated on a Sunday. It's demotivation day. Right, everyone. Thank you all very much for hanging out. Appreciate your support. Nice to be back streaming. I will try and do a stream on Wednesday night for the Aussie and New Zealand crowd and anyone else who can tune in. You've got a free morning in the UK and Europe. Or if you want to get up early like Jeremy does in the States and change some diapers. Hopefully catch you then. Next Sunday I'm out of town for a futsal tournament with the kids. So unfortunately, I don't know if we'll be able to do much with FSG or anything for FarmCon or anything. So we'll see how we go. But anyhow, take care all. We'll enjoy the rest of your weekends. Thanks for hanging out and we'll catch you in the next one.